Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about how to create your own nail charms for your nail designs, adding those elements to your designs. And I'm going to start with some DIY tutorials. I'm going to show you guys how to make your own, and then I'm going to be talking about my metallic nail charms that I am coming out with today. So that's exciting. And then I kind of want to let y'all find it if y'all find it. I don't even want to really tell you what's the fun in that, right? If you follow me on Instagram, you may have known that I've been working on them for about a month or a bit over, maybe it's actually closer to 2 months now. It's been a month and 3 weeks. So I've been working on them for a while. It was a journey. Let's not talk about it. But they're done now and I'm really excited. I'm gonna show you guys what they look like and how you can use them, how you can download them, the whole nine. But let's get started. So I'm gonna open up Procreate. We are gonna be making this design. I'm just gonna recreate a design today instead of making my own, just for, just for time efficiency. So first I'm gonna start out with the French tips. I'm gonna just do the whole design with you guys, just to reiterate some basic techniques with using Procreate. So as you can see, we have the nail templates on the first layer. I don't have it set to reference because I already have my fill layer done, so I don't need this to be a reference anymore. But yeah, as you can see, I have my fill layer here, and then I have this blank layer here that I'm going to then make my French tips, and I'm going to clipping mask them. Anyway, so we have the Studio Pen brush. We're at 15%. Opacity is at 100%. And this green color, if you want this exact color, it's BABAA0. So we're going to get started. I'm going to draw my French tip. That was really thick. So I'm going to actually go with a lighter hand. And I have my arc, and I'm going to manipulate my arc. Good enough. Good enough, I guess. So I think, and then I have my first French tip. I'm going to duplicate this, and so our French tips are done. So I'm going to start with the pearls. So I'm going to give you guys a pearl tutorial. I'm going to go in on a layer on its own, and I'm just going to it's okay, I'll make it like a pretty big pearl, and I'll probably put it like here too. So I'm gonna start with like I don't know, like a pearl color. What's a pearl color? I'll start with this kind of color. I'm gonna keep the Studio Pen. I'm gonna make a circle, and then I'm gonna fill the circle, and then I'm gonna add a layer on top. I'm gonna clipping mask into the circle, and I'm going to go change my brush, and I'm gonna go down to the where is it? Is it spray paints? No, it's airbrush. I think airbrushing. So I'm gonna get the soft brush, and I'm going to grab go back to this color and go for like a grayer version of it. And I'm going to, oof, it's really small. I'm going to kind of make like this halo sort of thing. Hold on, I don't like that. It's going with like a darker color. Kind of something like that. Okay. And it kind of already looks like a pearl, which is crazy. But that, and then I'm gonna go in with an even darker color, and I'm gonna go all around the edges. Hold on, actually I'm not gonna use this brush. I'm gonna use I'm gonna go back to the Studio Pen, and I'm gonna go on a different layer. I want this layer to actually be above the shadow layer that I just did, and I'm just gonna go like that. A perfect circle, edit the circle, and then just pull the edges so that it's like literally just an edge around the thingy, the pearl. And then I'm gonna Gaussian blur to maybe like 5%. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with another, and I'm gonna go in with like a stark white, I'm gonna inking, and you go to the technical pen. That's a really good substitute. You can turn the opacity down maybe to like 80%, and then we're just gonna draw like a little. Do that. Get rid of the other one. Yeah, we'll just do it like that and keep it really simple. I want to strengthen this. Let's turn the opacity up a little. There we have our pearl. What I like to do at this point is merge all of these clipping mask layers and merge it into the actual pearl. I'm going to duplicate the pearl. I'm going to take 2 fingers and swipe to the right, and I'm going to fill this layer, and then I'm going to swipe to the right again to turn alpha lock off, and then I'm going to Gaussian blur to 4%, and now I have my pearl ready to go. I'm gonna merge them. That was just to add some shadow behind the pearl, so the pearl doesn't look like it's super flat. I'm gonna duplicate it, and then boom, I got a pearl. We have finished the first tutorial, and that is the pearl tutorial. I'm gonna just hide that. But now I can, I can manipulate this pearl. I can make it smaller. I can duplicate it, and I can put it anywhere I want on the design. But I'm going to reference that photo and see where there are pearls. It's done. And let's see what the next tutorial is. Next we have Pinterest crystals. So I have a pretty viral video on my Instagram of me using crystals from Pinterest to put on my nail designs. So I'm gonna talk about it more step by step. I'm gonna split view my screen by pressing those 3 buttons at the top. 3 circles at the top. No, that's not an asterisk. What's it called? Ellipsis. By clicking the ellipsis on the top, I'm gonna split view. I'm gonna click on Pinterest, and then I'm gonna go over to my profile, digital nail jewel. You can follow me on Pinterest to have access to this board as well. But I add a bunch of pictures of pearls and jewels and crystals and stones that people can reference in terms of how to draw them. And then I also more towards the bottom, I have these someone was promoting their stock photos, I guess, but it's perfect for what we can do on Procreate with it, so long as, I believe, if you're not making money from it, it's okay. Can I do it directly from Pinterest? I don't think so. So I have to download the image first. So then I'm going to split view with my photos. And then, as you can see, I have these nail jewels. But we can also use one of these. I ain't mad at it. So I'm going to go like that. And I'm going to drag it over. This is a feature that comes with Apple products that copy and paste, remove from the background sort of thing that they got going on. It doesn't work with every single photo. It depends on the quality of the photo. It depends on the type of the photo. It depends on how different the foreground is from the background. All of those things come into effect. But I do want to, I'm going to go over some troubleshooting problems if you're having problems with doing that. So I have this brush, and this brush is a crystal brush. I'll show you how it works. So I change my color to black first to make sure I'm on that brush. You can see I use black first, and then I go in with white on top. And that's just, Procreate brushes are very funny in the sense that they're very translucent. I think I'm going to do this a little bit bigger. Okay, so that's a crystal like that as well. It definitely does lose some of the detail using the photo versus the brush. And that's why I like photos, but brushes are convenient if you just want to use little circles and stuff like that. So that brush, I actually used this photo for it. Okay, but Procreate brushes are kind of only expressed in terms of positive space and negative space. you can't really add colors as far as I'm concerned. You can still get like a crystal effect, but it's just not the same. If you wanted to turn those crystals into brushes, I'll show you. We're gonna go out of our nail designs. We're gonna go into, like, this is where I create my brushes, but essentially you want to use a 1000 by 1000 sized canvas, and then we're gonna split screen again with our photos, and then you're gonna pull over that one that I like here. Boop. We're gonna pull that there. Okay, and we're gonna size this up so that it fits relatively within the square. I copied the layer. I'm going to go to my brushes. I'm going to go to new brush. I'm going to go to shape. I'm going to go to shape source. I'm going to go to import. I'm going to go paste. And now I have this. Click done. We're going to go to stroke path. And we're going to make the spacing to about 54%. We're going to go down to Apple Pencil. And we're going to turn, okay, so if I tap lightly, I'll get a light faint crystal. If I type hard, press hard, I'll get a really dark crystal, and I don't want that. I want everything to be even. So I'm gonna, under pressure, I'm gonna turn opacity down to 0, and now no matter how light or hard we press, the opacity is the same. So now I'm done. I'm gonna switch my color to black, go back to my nail design. And then I'm going to, cancel. Let's see what layer I'm on. Okay. Okay, whatever. So, and then I'm gonna, okay, that's really big. Let me turn the size down to like 32. So we'll do it like that. And then I go in with white after and just press directly in the center. And then that's that. As you can see, we lose a lot of definition and dimension when we use it in brush form. I'm gonna go to curves, a straight line across, and I feel like I might as well just show you what I did. So I went down to like here. This dot I pulled down to here, and then this dot I pulled up to here, and then that added more dimension. If I want more, I can pull this down to here. And then that's a way you can manipulate that a little bit and still have dimension. So that's that. No, it's not working at all. So what I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna close the photo so that I can see all my photos. And I'm just gonna pick the whole entire photo and drag it over. You can drag the entire photo over. And then I'm gonna go in with my select tool. And I'm going to go in with the rectangle shape because the gem that I want is square. And then I'm just going to start at the corner. And I'm going to drag and go from corner to corner. And then I'm going to click the cursor tool. I'm going to take 3 fingers and swipe down. And then I'm going to cut and paste. Now the gem that I want is on a separate layer. And I can delete the photo and just have the gem. So this is a workaround for if you have a photo that's not working right with you, you can just cut the gem out that you want. That's the beauty of Procreate. There's lots of manipulation that can happen in this app, and that's why I love it. That's why I think it's perfect. But I don't think I'm going to add this green to my design. I just wanted to show you guys if you're having troubleshooting problems, that's a way to do it. Every time you use these, I don't suggest just choosing the color you want and just using it, because it turns out very see-through and faint, and that's not what we want. I always start with black first, and then I do white on top. And then you can do that hack where we go to the curves and we do things like this, right? But it's on the same layer as that, so it's gonna mess stuff up, so we're not gonna do that. But yeah, I just wanted to show you that you have to do black and then white, and I'll talk about what to do if you want to change the color. So if you want to change the color of your crystals, what we're gonna do, this is the layer that we had our crystals on. I'm just gonna rename it to crystals so that you can see. I'm gonna add a layer on top. I'm gonna clipping mask it, and that way everything we draw on this layer will only show up on the crystals themselves. So I'm gonna choose my color. I don't know, let's say I want a yellow crystal, and then I'm just gonna go over the crystal. I have a yellow crystal, and I can do that to all of them because all of the crystals are on the same layer. So I can change all the crystals to yellow crystals now if I want to. And let's say I don't like the yellow. I don't have to go here and change the color and do it again. I can actually just go to the adjustments tool, go to hue, saturation, and brightness, and go over to the hue and change it like that. And then as you can see, I can change it to any color I like. I can have any gem color I like. Okay, so that's that. I actually want them to be clear, so I'm going to turn the saturation all the way down to 0, and that's going to make them go back to clear, or I could easily just delete that layer. Alright, so in that nail design, you can see that there's like that pearl heart. I'm going to fake it. I'm going to go to the brushes, and I'm going to add a new brush, and I'm going to change the stroke path to just dots, and I'm going to change the opacity to 0. Heart charm. Now this heart is not perfect. If you want a perfectly symmetrical heart, I would go to the wrench tool, I'd go to canvas, I'd go to drawing guide, edit the drawing guide, change it to symmetry, and then move this over to where I want the center of my heart to be. Maybe it doesn't really matter where we put it. We can just put it there and then move it after because it's on its own layer anyway. So I'm actually gonna add a new layer, and as you can see, when I did those, when I went into the settings up here and did all that with the canvas and what I just did right now, it changed the crystal layer to be assisted, but this is not the layer that I want drawing assist to be on. I want the drawing assist to be on this layer. Drawing assist just means that the symmetry thing is going to be put into effect. So now I think I'm happy with this one. So now I have it on this layer. You can turn off drawing assist. If you want to get rid of that line, you can just turn off the drawing guide. And now we have our heart, and we can move it anywhere we want. So yeah, that's that. Next, I'm going to show you how to make a metallic nail charm. I think I'm just going to do a cross because, you know, that's easy. So I'm going to grab a new layer. I'm going to go with I'm going to go with the monoline brush. So if you want to know where the monoline brush is, I think it's in calligraphy. Under calligraphy, if you scroll, under calligraphy, the monoline brush is right here. So I'm going to use this at about, maybe I'll do the full width of the thing. Use this at about 34%. And I'm going to place my cross right here. I'm going to change my color to like a brownie orange color. If you want to know what this exact color is, it is 9E, sorry, I'm like losing my energy a little. If you want to know what this color is, it's 9E7C43. Okay, so now I'm going to draw my cross and hold it so that I can create a straight line. I think I'm going to go with my eraser, trim it down a little bit. I'm just going to get rid of the rounding that's going on. It's a very thick cross. I'm going to go into clipping mask because I want everything to fit within that. I'm going to go in with a lighter color, and this is FFEAC3. And I'm going to turn my brush down a little bit, and I'm going to start adding some highlights. This is kind of similar to my chrome nail tutorial. And I'm going to go in with a dark color like this, and this one is 665432. And then I'm just going to go in maybe like the corners with this one, something like that. And then I'm going to Gaussian blur that layer to about there. That's okay. And I'm going to go to the adjustments tool. I'm going to up the saturation a little bit so it can be more gold. Up the saturation to about 71%. And then I'm just going to start adding my own little details. I'm going to, my technical pen, I'm going to turn the opacity down to 70. And then I'm just going to start adding darker details on a new layer that's also clipping masked. The reason why I'm adding all these new layers is because I don't like, let's say if what I do right now in this layer is something that I don't like and I want to change it, I don't want it to affect what I did on this layer. So that's why I'm adding a new layer. And that's kind of how you have to think about how Procreate works and the potential of you might not liking what you do. If it's on a new layer, you can easily delete it, you know, and it won't affect your previous work. So that's the benefit. Okay, I'm gonna go in with my smudge tool. My smudge tool is on the soft brush. I'm gonna change it to the studio pen. You can use like a reference photo so that you have more exact, you know, idea of what you want what you're doing to look like. But I'm just doing like a quick thing. Like, I'm gonna slide this over. If you want to know the exact color, it's FFF2DA. And then I'm gonna go in. I'm on my technical pen. I'm gonna make it a lot smaller, and I'm gonna start adding like little highlights here. And this is just like adding the shine. As you can see, we have our gold charm. Looks pretty good. I'm satisfied with how it looks. So I'm gonna merge these and merge, and then I can duplicate and drag it over to the side as well. And there we go. Is it giving? It's very thick. I'm not gonna lie. It's real thick. It's thicker than a Snicker. If it was thinner, I feel like it would look better. But that's what we have our nail charms for. Like, you have to understand, like, when I was making the metallic nail charms, I definitely did not make it that fast. This is just like for quick tutorial purposes. I definitely did not do them that fast, and there was a lot more thought put behind them, so that's why they look a lot better than this. But for a quick tutorial, this is not bad. But literally, it's just a matter of like highlights and shadows. You can see where I put majority of the light, and it was in the center. The shadows are kind of off to the side, because if you think about something in 3D, what's closest to the top will hit the sun first, or the light source first, and it'll be lighter, and what's farther to the bottom will be darker and in shadows. So that's like kind of the same idea with the cross. And then I just added some highlights and just like some like streaks here and there to give it a little bit more of like a textural look to it. I was messing a lot with the opacity of the brushes and just like the different brown tones to create that gold effect. But yeah, so that's essentially how we do some metallic nail charms. Hopefully you can take what I showed in this example with the cross and apply it to other shapes, and you know, you can experiment with that and see how you like to play around with gold and silver. The next thing we're going to be talking about is 3D jelly blobs. So essentially these sorts of things. You know, 3D jelly is huge right now. It's super trending. A lot of people are using clear builder gel in their nail designs a lot. I do have a tutorial on Instagram of how to do that already, but it's not in depth. It's like pretty quick, and someone did ask me for an in-depth tutorial for that, so I'll definitely try to look for that comment and let them know that this YouTube video is out now. So hopefully they appreciate that. And then yeah, so let's get started. But one person did comment and they asked me what my brush settings were for that, so this video can also help you too. I was planning on putting everything in this video, God, long time coming. Anyway, let's add a new layer and let's choose our brush. So I don't really like to manipulate Procreate's brushes. I like to make a duplicate and then Procreate, and then mess with the duplicate. I don't like to change the originals. So I'm going to manipulate these settings to make making those 3D jellies a lot easier. And that's with stabilization. So once I change the stabilization, I'm going to go down to Apple Pencil and I'm going to go down to bleed and I'm going to max this. Okay, and then your brush should be ready for the 3D jellies. I'm gonna start on this one here. If you want to know the exact color for that green, it's BABBA1, and I'm actually gonna go and I'm going to lighten it like maybe to there, and the color is D6D7B8. So now that we have that, I'm gonna go in and create my 3D jellies as I wish. Maybe something like that. Oh shoot, is it on a, it's on a separate layer, right? Okay. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger so that it kind of goes over the edge of the nail template. And then I'm gonna add a layer on top. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna add a layer on top, and then I'm gonna go in with a darker green color, create soft brush, and then I'm gonna change the size down to like something that'll fit within these, and make sure it's on clipping mask. Okay, and then I'm just gonna go in like that. I'm gonna go in like that. I'm going, oops, that was a little dark. I'm going like that. Okay. And then I'm going to duplicate this twice. I'm going to alpha lock these two that are at the bottom. The one that's at the very most bottom, I'm going to fill with that dark color, that same dark color. And the one that's on top, I'm going to pick a lighter color than the color that I used for the base. So I'm going to go up here and choose a lighter color, and then fill that. And then I'm going to choose the select tool. I'm going to tap up twice. I think I actually want that to be lighter. That lighter. Fill it, perfect. And then I'm going to go to the dark one, and then I'm going to tap down maybe about 3 times. I'm going to take them off of alpha lock. The dark one, I'm going to go into Gaussian blur and blur to about 2%. And then I'm going to go back up to the clipping mask layers. I'm going to add another layer, clipping mask it, go to stark white. I'm going to go all the way to white. I'm going to take my technical pen, and I'm going to have the opacity all the way to max. And the size is at 3% right now. And then on the sides where we have that darker shade is where we're going to put our highlights. Okay. Okay. I'm going to turn the opacity down to maybe about 55%. And there we have our 3D jellies. And I would actually like the background to stand out a little bit more. I'm going to duplicate this and then maybe Gaussian blur this one a little bit more. That's essentially it. But let's say if you had, and what I plan on doing with these nails, let's say I take the Frenches off of clipping mask, right? Because I want to add some airbrushing, because I feel like the color is very one-dimensional and I want to add some more dimension. And I'm going to do that with airbrushing. So I'm going to take the French tip layer off of clipping mask, and I'm going to add a layer on top of it, and I'm going to clipping mask that. And that means everything that we draw right now will only show in the French tip layer. And then after, when we're done with that, we can merge it and then clipping mask it, put it back on clipping mask so that it fits within the nail template. Because as you can see, it's all messed up right now, but soon. So we're going to go to the soft brush. I'm going to choose a color that I feel like is complementary, that would enhance the green. I don't know if I should go blue or if I should go, like, I don't know if I should go cool tone or warm. I feel like I should go warm tone. Maybe like an orange. I don't know if orange would stand out enough or not, or I don't know, but let's see. I mean, ooh, girl. This side, turn the opacity down to 45. Turn the opacity down to 20. How do we feel about? Yeah, I think I like that. So I'm gonna do that in different parts of the Frenchies. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger. Okay. Add some yellow to this green. Liven it up a little. Looks good to me. All right, I'm happy with that. I'm gonna merge it with the French tips. I'm gonna put it back on clipping mask. And that's how you can, do you see? You can manipulate just the French tip also. So that looks really nice. But now, going back to our 3D jelly, it's opaque and I cannot see that yellow through. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go in with my eraser tool. I'm okay with it being on Studio Pen, but I'm gonna turn the opacity down to like 20%. And, okay, so I'm gonna merge all these so that I don't have to worry about it. Oh wait, hold on, sorry, wrong order. The way you merge stuff actually matters. If you have clipping mask, you merge the clipping mask into the master layer first. So we merge this and then we merge shadow layers after. I'm gonna have to like give you, maybe I'll make it like a little Instagram video of me explaining the reason why, but it's too in-depth for right now. I'm just gonna erase a little bit until you can see that pink. I mean the yellow or orange or whatever it is. And that way you have that jelly, but it shows it's like see-through. And then I can take those jellies, because they're see-through, I can duplicate them, and then I can like drag it here. As you can see, it'll have like that translucency. No matter where I drag it, you can see stuff through it, right? So that's that. This one doesn't really fit that well here, but I can move that pearl, no problem. Move that pearl, no problem. Move it up. And for these ones, it looks like the tail is more so in the orange, so I'm gonna erase the tail a little bit and have that show orange through it. Where is it? Here. There. If you want, you can even like turn it. Maybe make it a little bit smaller. All right. So I'm essentially done with my nail design. I'm gonna add some finishing touches to make it look 3D, and that'll be it. So the first thing that I'm gonna do, I'm gonna merge all these. First thing that I'm gonna do is I'm going to duplicate this layer. I'm gonna alpha lock this one. Go down to maybe not black, but maybe like a dark burgundy berry color. Essentially it's the same color I use for the base but darker, and the value is 784D. I don't know why I said value. The hex code is 784D51, and I'm going to fill the layer. I'm going to take it off of alpha lock and I'm going to Gaussian blur this, and then that makes my Frenches look like way better. I'm gonna take it off. So this is what it is without it, and this is what it is with it. Add a new layer on top. I'm gonna clipping mask it. I'm gonna set the opacity down to 15%. It's just what I use. It's just it's familiar to me. So I'm going to add shadows now, and I add the shadows under the nail charms. Sometimes I put them over, sometimes I put them under. It depends on what it is, but for the sake of like digital nail design, I want everything to stand out and not get like muddy behind anything. I'm gonna go with another layer. I'm not gonna put this one on clipping mask. Like, you can put it on clipping mask if you want, but it's not necessary. I'm gonna turn the opacity down to 60%, and I'm gonna change the color to white. Stick with the same Studio Pen brush, turn it down a size a little bit, and then I'm gonna start adding my highlights. Usually for Frenches, I just keep it like this, pretty simple. And the thing is, since it's behind the nail charms, I can just draw right through and it won't like affect it, you know? But yeah, that is essentially it. This is not like my best work in terms of like a design. Like I just wanted to show you how to do certain nail charms, how to add certain elements, how to manipulate the layers, how to, you know, like all those sorts of things. So I hope you learned something new in this video, and without further ado, I'm going to show you guys my digital nail charms. Okay, so we are back at the home screen of my iPad. I'm gonna swipe down and I'm gonna type in Google Drive. This is essentially what you will see when you purchase my nail charms. It is a clickable PDF. So you're gonna click on the silver butterfly and it will bring you to Google Drive, where you can have, where it will then have these 3 files. It'll actually have this YouTube tutorial in it too by the time you guys get to it, but I'm recording it right now, so it's not here, but it will be there. So you're gonna have these files, and I'm going to show you how to import them into Procreate and import them into Goodnotes and how to use them and whatnot. Okay, so for the first one, I'll start with Procreate since I was just there. Once it's ready, this little what is this thing called? List. This is a list pop-up. Anyway, once it's ready, this pop-up will show up, and I'm gonna save to files. You can save it. Like I recommend, if you buy any digital product, you should save it, because if anything ever goes wrong, if you lose it, if you accidentally delete it, you have it saved and you can always like bring it back from everything. So always save your files. You don't have to, but it's good practice too. So it'll bring you to the Files app here. You're going to save it. I like to add tags because tags allow me to quickly find what I'm looking for. For this particular tag, I don't know, I'll just create a new tag just for the purposes of this video, and I'll just call it nail charms. And then I'm going to click done, and then I'm going to save it. I keep both because I already do have it in my files. So that's saved to files. I'm going to do one at a time. So I'm going to go to Procreate now. I'm going to go to my gallery, all the way out to the Procreate homepage, and I'm going to type import. Right now, as you can see, there's nothing showing, and that might be the same case for you. So that's why the use of tags is so important. But anyway, I'm going to go and try to find my nail stickers here. And when I tap on that tag, what shows? My nail charms. So I'm going to tap on it. It imports into Procreate, and this is what they look like. Oh, super excited. So happy to finally have this done. And as you can see, my crosses are not chunky, you know, they look really good. But yeah, so this is the file that you'll receive. And if you click on the layers, you'll have each nail charm on its own layer. So it's really easy to copy and paste. But let's just choose one. For example, I'll choose the fleur-de-lis, and I'm gonna tap on the layer. I'm gonna click copy, and I'm gonna go over to my nail design. I'm gonna swipe down with 3 fingers, and I'm gonna click paste, and then boom, we have a fleur-de-lis. And you know, you can size it down, put it anywhere you like. Let's say you have a silver nail charm and you want to make it gold, right? We're gonna add a new layer. We're gonna turn it onto clipping mask. We're gonna choose our gold. I suggest something more saturated so that it'll show up. Turn the opacity down to 50% or so. Yep, and turn the brush size up high so you can just do it quickly. And we're just gonna, and you know what's even better? Changing, like, okay, I feel like with this, I did lose a lot of dimension. As you can see, it's not as high contrast. It kind of looks like muted. So you want to change the blending from normal to color. You want to change the opacity to color, and then that dimension is still there. And let's say if this gold is too champagne for you, you want more of a yellow gold, you can go back to, you know what I think would be better? Merging it. If you merged it and then up the saturation, there we go. There we go. So this is it without the saturation. It's silver, champagne gold, yellow gold. So you can absolutely manipulate my nail charms, and I love that. And yeah, like, you know, we have an array of different nail charms. We have our crosses and religious motifs. We have our Mother Mary gold and silver coins. We have, you know, some crucifixes, some crosses. We have these geometric metallic pieces. Let me zoom in. We have these geometric metallic pieces. We have some butterflies in this direction. We have some shape frames. We have bows in this corner. We have some flowers up here. We have a couple of dollar signs. We have some stars, some twinkle stars. This one's my favorite. And we have some chains. And the chains you can also manipulate. Maybe I should show you how to manipulate one. I'm gonna take like the silver S chain. I'm gonna take the silver S chain and I'm gonna copy. I'm gonna go back to my nail design. And I'm going to swipe down with 3 fingers and I'm going to paste. And then, so as we can see, this chain doesn't really fit the nail. I do, like, you can size it up, but sizing it up does make it a little bit blurry. So be mindful of that. With photos and stuff like that, there's a threshold to how much you can size things up without it getting super pixelated. And mind you, like, as long as the nail design is clear and easy to understand, I think you are good. Okay, so we can size it up a little bit, but let's say we want it to come down the whole nail, we can just duplicate it and then continue it like that, right? And then what I will do is erase. You literally just erase the extra, and there's a way to manipulate the chains. Okay, so that's that. And then let's say this chain is too dark for you and you don't like that. We can once again go up here, change the brightness to make it like brighter. Oh, maybe I should zoom in. Here, I'll show you what it looks like without it. This is it without the manipulation, and then just to make it like a little bit brighter, if you want it to shine a little bit more, you can do another thing you can do if you don't want to like copy and paste. You can also, I'm just going to use this one, you can also just like drag. If you hold it, you can drag it out and place it like that. Okay, and then even if you go back and check, it'll still be there. It doesn't take it away, it just duplicates it. So that's a beautiful thing. I love that. And now I'm going to show you what to do for Goodnotes. All right, so time for Goodnotes. Let's go back to Google Drive. We're here. I'm going to go to the metallic nail charm PNGs, and I'm going to select them all by holding one and then pressing this button. And then I'm going to go to the ellipsis here, and I'm going to click download. And it's going to download all 72 photos. And then once that's done, we'll go over to Goodnotes. So it should be saved to your photos now. Let me just check. Oh yes, here they are. Okay, so I'm going to go into Goodnotes. And this is the neutral digital nail planner. Let's do toes. Let's go over to the toes. I don't use this often enough. Who puts charms on their toes? I don't know, but whatever, we're doing it today. So we're gonna make sure that we're in reader mode right now, but we're gonna go into writer mode by pressing this button here. We are going to click on the sticker button. We're going to click on it again, and then it's going to open up this drop menu. I'm going to slide over all the way here until I see this plus button. You see what I'm talking about? This plus button right here. I'm going to tap on it, and this way we can add a new collection. I'm going to call this nail charms. Okay, and I'm going to add photos. And then I'm just gonna select all of them. Hopefully this doesn't break Goodnotes, because sometimes it makes Goodnotes crash because of how big the files are. I'm gonna add them. Oh, it worked. Okay, good. And then we're gonna click create. I ended up getting myself some chai tea because it's delicious and I've been talking for a long time. It's not just chai tea, it's actually a dirty chai, and that's chai tea and coffee. But it's really, really good. There we go. All right, so now we have each individual nail sticker ready and available to use on your toes. And remember, on Goodnotes, there isn't as much manipulation as there is on Procreate, but remember, you can always make templates in Procreate and import them into Goodnotes. And then also, it's not that serious. Like, there are ways to make nail designs look a little bit more 3D in Goodnotes, and that's gonna have to be for a separate video, probably like a Instagram reel. But it's an idea, and I probably will do it. But yeah, so that's one way to import them into Goodnotes. You can use them like this, right? If you don't want so much of a border around it, just go to your lasso tool, tap on it again, and click crop, and then you can kind of make it a little bit tighter. And you can manipulate them any way you like. The other way to use it on Goodnotes is by the last file in Google Drive, which is the Goodnotes file, and it's this one here. We can click on it, we can download it, bring it into our Files app so we just have it. Or we can just directly go into Goodnotes. But I showed you how to save to files. I showed you how to do the tags. So I'm just going to go directly into Goodnotes. And then it's going to ask me if I want to import into the current document or if I want to import it as a new document. And I'm always going to import as a new document because I want it to stand alone on its own. I'm going to put it in the respective files and import. And then this is what we have. So this is it. And you can easily just tap, click copy, and then long press and click paste. And then now we have another sticker. And you can do that with any of them that you want, whatever. You can split view. So let's say, let's close, let's split view, open up Goodnotes. And then we have the metallic charms on this side and your work on this side. And then that way we can just drag over. Okay. Tap on it, hold it, and then drag it over. Tap on it, hold it, and then drag it over. And then you can manipulate them here. Make it smaller so that it fits the vibes. And it's not so pixelated. You can use the, I really love that I added the charm box because isn't that so cute that I have a charm box? But you can add your charms here. Basically, when you're planning your design, my idea was for you to either pick your colors and your charms and then go off of there, or pick your inspiration design and then add your references, like, oh, these are the charms I'm using, these are the colors I'm using, like, you know, and it's cute. We love that. So that is essentially it. Oh Lord, the process of making them was so, like, I was like, do I even know how to draw metal? Clearly I do. Like, clearly I do, but I was very like, I was like, oh my god, are they gonna turn out right? Are they gonna be like, is anyone gonna want them? Are they gonna be a mess? But I think that's just my own brain, like, bothering myself. I don't know, but this is them. That is it. And I do plan on coming out with more. I actually, when I first had the idea of making nail charms, I wanted to do all the nail charms that people typically use on nails or buy. So this is just the first edition, which is the metallic ones. The next one that's going to be coming out is plastic. You know, a lot of our nail charms are plastic, but those are going to be like, you know, the flowers and the butterflies and pearls and all this kind of stuff. Like even some clear stuff. I'm gonna have that available, and I'm really excited to start working on that. And then after that one, I'm gonna come out with a crystal one. I have one more thing to say, and it's that you got to the end of this video. And if you did get to the end of this video, you're in luck, because I am gonna do a giveaway. It is a very short giveaway. It is a very spontaneous giveaway, and it's gonna be one lucky person is gonna be able to receive my metallic nail charms for free. All you guys have to do to enter the contest is to comment on this video below. Comment on this video. You can comment, what should you comment? Honestly, you can comment anything you want. Just comment on this video, and then the next thing you have to do to enter the contest, or to enter the draw, to enter the giveaway, is to post my reel that's related to my nail charms It'll be my latest one. Post my latest reel related to nail charms on your Instagram stories. And that is how you enter the giveaway. One lucky person will receive these for free. And yeah, I'm excited. Good luck. The giveaway is gonna last for 1 day only. So from April 26th to April 27th. The winner will be announced on April 27th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Instagram, on my Instagram stories. So be on the lookout for that, and good luck. But thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you guys gained a lot from it. And if you did like it, and if you do like what I do, please consider following me and subscribing to my channel. And yeah, I have a lot more in store. So good day to all of you. Bye bye.